Day 22 is 1 day late compared to the 7 day a week, but at least I'm doing it every week. I'm making videos. So I'm also realizing sometimes I've been more like motivated to film like in the beginning of the week. So then I'm like, next time I'm just gonna film it then, and maybe we put it out, because yeah, it's nice to also be able to do it whenever you feel a bit more like it. But at least I want to keep consistent that it's every week there's one video out. So that's going to be very important for me to keep track of and keep doing. Main thing I want to talk about is I've been switching accountants. My local accountant has been interesting to me, but it's been a little bit more like to the expensive side for what I think my business is. Because accounting wise, my business, like an agency in general, is very simple. Like you send, if you, let's say you have 20 clients, which is my case. Like not all are, of course, uh, big clients, but some of their website clients. So that's only 20 invoices, and then there's like a few softwares. Of course, you pay in a few costs here and there, but it's not like the most insane accounting. Also, the reason is, of course, it's Norway, so the prices are not even that. I would say ridiculous, but it's just, yeah, compared to what's going on and where I can save costs, that's definitely one. So I switched to like this, yeah, quite famous, familiar one in Norway software where you can do it yourself. The good thing is there's also people and accountants who actually can work with that. So I would do the actual like accounting of like receipts and everything myself. And then I've talked to two different ones. One kind of has more like a checkup, so you do it yourself. They check if everything's right. If not, they tell you. And one which is more again automated, and they do everything. Which I had a meeting with him as well, the guy who does everything. The nice thing there is he definitely knew what's up in terms of accounting and in terms of giving me interesting tips and tricks. And that I've also felt has been lacking with the account I have now. I can come with interesting questions if I have some. For example, I bought my own car on the business, so I can write it off. But it's all because I came myself to the conclusion of doing those things. When, especially when I'm new into Norway, into this tax system, I have sometimes no clue what's going on, and that's the problem. That's also the reason I feel an accountant is important, because they know good tips and tricks around the system. Doesn't mean you're evading taxes, but just how to do good accounting and smart accounting. So the plan now is I'm gonna do the accounting myself because I think it's quite easy, um, and hire someone, or maybe like try to find information or talk to this accountant just to find out what's smart. So smart tips and tricks. A good example: I had a meeting with this guy, and I never heard about that before. So he just randomly told me on the meeting. I don't even know how we came to it, but you can in Norway give yourself a gift for around 5,000 kroners, which is like 500 bucks, let's say, which is tax free. So, for example, what he said he did, he buys a gift card at the end of the year, and then he can buy all his Christmas shopping with that gift card. So that's like, in a way, you're paying yourself salary, but completely tax free, which is like these types of things is why an account is smart and will save you money. But I feel, yeah, just the actual, not brainless, but just like the very basic, just doing the accounting. So where should this invoice go? Where should this receipt go? That of course is doable with the tool I have, and then I want tips and tricks how to, or what to do with the information in my business, and what's smart also. Yeah, like future wise, what's a good investment, what's not a good investment. In this status of business, it doesn't really matter because I just need to make money. Like, it does not mean I can save so much money in there, because it just needs to be more money coming in. So it's like, why I don't feel it necessary now, but definitely moving forward, I want a good account on my side. So that's kind of like the main thing that's been going on this week. It's been like hard switching everything over. It was a headache, pain, to deal with that because yeah, especially moving over, you have to check your banks and like connect them, and not connecting is a part, but like balance them. So your banks with the receipts and everything. So that's like really an annoying thing to do, but I'm working on that now. So that's like mainly been on my mind. So once that's fixed, I'll have a nice system moving forward. So a little bit more on each project. Growth operator struggles with one client to get like everything up and going. Like the other clients that are having ads set up and everything running, doing very good. So that's nice. And the main thing we're doing now is switching over our people to WAP. Uh, I've been knowing this platform for like 3 4 years when it was mainly a way to upsell Discord access. So like you have free Discords and then you can upsell a little bit more access. That's how I know them. And then one of my partners actually was quite connected with them. He went to their office and everything, so it was very cool to see. So he's definitely having a good connection there. So I see the value in it. The nice thing with this, especially for coaches and people in in our niche, how we help is that they actually have their own payment processing. So a lot of people in the industry now with Stripe, like everyone uses Stripe, that's for sure, and they get quite a lot of blocks, payment holds, different kind of annoying thing you don't want to have to deal with when you run your business. It's just annoying. Like even payment, like one of our clients, their Stripe just got blocked because especially since she's a coach, even though she's like doing legitimate business and everything, it's like no, we're scrapping your account. So nice thing with Wop is it's completely free, and they have their own payment processing. I do know because I've signed up with them that they use Stripe, but of course, if you have problems with payments, you go through WAP. You don't go to Stripe. So that's the thing. They can actually fix your problems, even though I think in the backend, or I know on the backend they use Stripe, but then they fix it. That's the nice thing. Um, so we definitely see its value there. We're setting up our own course there for our client and everything. So very nice. Nice thing in the agency, maybe one of my more like interesting clients, not in terms of like how good they'll pay and how big of a deal I'll get, but more of how interesting it is. It's a website. He says, or I list a podcast of him, one of the first ones in Europe, at least, selling like classic football shoes. If you're a football fan, you know this type of web shop. It's just reselling older classic shoes that are completely unavailable in the stores. So let's say if you shoes from a 5 6 7, maybe sometimes 10 years back, maybe not even, but like 2 years back only, but just shoes that are hard to find. Especially lately, I live in Norway, and in Norway, football shoes in general just are not in the stores anymore. Like everything is online. You can't even find decent shoes. So that's kind of like, I know the supply is hard and weird. Like Netherlands, there's some stores that are good, but still, it's kind of like the same trend as in most is going online. So it is harder in general to find good shoes if you want like a little bit more quality. So the store has been going for a while, 2019, and 77K followers on the socials. So that's very on only Instagram actually. So it's going to be a very interesting call because there's different angles we can take. Like I said, maybe in deal size, how much I'll get out of it is not so interesting, but I just think it's super cool to work with these kind of brands that I like myself and have thought about starting myself. So very cool on that end. And then on Agape, I didn't launch, which is annoying because I set myself the goal last week to launch this week. And there's a few reasons. One, to be honest, I was just slacking and just too busy with this work that can't feel I I feel I can't prioritize Agape because I just need more money in my own business before I like. Not that it's only a passion project because I believe it can make money, but it's more like it's not the main thing to make money there, just to have something cool going on. And right now I just need to I need to focus on things that actually make money and quick. So that's why I can't really prioritize right now. But in all honesty, it's just like, and I could have squeezed in the evenings easy, but yeah, I don't. But another reason, which is more legitimate reason as well, is that I send the website, send everything to 2 3 people who are actually I talked to them before, like a year ago, about me starting it, and they've been giving interesting feedback all throughout the our conversation. So I was like, let me send them the website. Just I told them roast it, be as honest as you get. I need the best feedback. So that's also interesting to get a little bit of feedback and improve it. A lot of the feedback I get is kind of, it's not annoying, but it's like interesting because I know these things, but it's just like better photos. Like it's all these kind of things where I know, but right now I just want to launch and improve as we go, not have it perfect and never launch because it's been too long anyway. And another interesting thing is I found a new 3PL. I've been working with a Chinese one. So a 3PL is, if people don't know, like it's more like a logistics hub. So you can, it's like a warehouse. So you don't have to send from yourself. You just yeah send it to their warehouse and they contribute it. The interesting is like they have like good worldwide connections. So they have warehouses in China, in USA, in Europe, so you can send it everywhere, and they have like decent shipping, like 4 to 10, 12 days across the globe. So it's very good. But it's always a little bit different to communicate, of course, with these people. So now I was on a call with a Portuguese guy, and he offers the same thing around the same prices. So then I was like, just for the fact that I can have a nice communication, not necessarily more trustworthy, to say not that other people are not trustworthy, but it's like it's a little bit easier to communicate. So that's why I was like, that's why I was just thinking, okay, this is interesting to switch over. In terms of e-commerce as well, they can actually source other products as well. So in the future, I'll have some interesting projects maybe moving forward as well in terms of e-commerce. So that's always cool. A little more shorter video because this was the main thing which is going on, and I don't want to go in too deep, but that's all actually for this video.